YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Lottie, and today I'm going to be doing a little end of summer Q&A all about my summer internship and just what I've been doing in New York. I asked for questions on my Instagram story, so if you're not already following me on Instagram, I would love to have you on there. I'm just at Lottie Smalley. And if you're new, make sure you hit subscribe down below. I would love to have you. I post new like college, lifestyle, beauty, fun, girly kind of videos. Let's go ahead and get started with the questions. Got quite a few from my Instagram stories, so I'm really excited to answer them. First one is, how did you find your internship/apply? I actually have a whole video on this, and I'll link it down below and leave it in a card. So if you want to know more about that, that's a really good resource. But just to give you like the Spark Notes version of how I found my internship this summer, just before we like get into the video, I have been living in New York for the past 8 weeks, interning at a PR firm here in New York City called Small Girls PR, and I've been working on their creative and digital team. That's what I've been doing this summer. And how I found my internship, I kind of created my own experience, is how I like to explain it to people. There was no like application for this internship online. There actually was an application for a fellowship at Small Girls, but that was for graduated seniors. I just emailed their like basic email that they have listed on their website, and I was like, hey, I may not be, you know, a graduated senior, but I would still absolutely love to intern for you. I don't know if you're taking on interns, but if you are, I'd love to hop on a call. I sent over my resume in that email, my cover letter, sent it off, and it worked out. So that's my biggest piece of advice for finding internships, is you really have to be a go-getter and find things and make things for yourself, because there was never an internship application that really went out for this position. Ivy asks, are you interested in making a career out of the job you were doing this summer? So I definitely am. I'm majoring in public relations at the University of Georgia, so having a public relations internship. I actually interned in the city last summer too, so this is my second year doing a public relations internship, so it definitely further solidified my love for PR and all things digital. I still don't know exactly what role I want to have in that area, whether that be like working with video or content production or working in-house for a brand or at an agency or what exactly, but it definitely helped me further solidify that that is something that I really enjoy doing. Addison asks, which internship did you like better and why? So I actually just mentioned that I interned in New York last summer, and I was at a really small PR firm, and there was like 4 of us. It was a very, very small office, so definitely a big change to this year. I work on a team in a much larger office of like 50 to 60 people. I think that I would say that I like this summer a bit more, just because there were more people my age working in the office, and I was given a little bit more responsibility this summer, so I think I just learned a little bit more and got my feet even more in the door. I would say that this summer was a little bit more valuable, but you have to start somewhere, so I think that that should be how it is like every job after your last one, hopefully you like more. I think that that's just like the natural progression of things. Kelly asks, are you ready for your junior year of college? So yes, I'm really excited for junior year. I can't believe that I'm gonna be a junior. That's like crazy to me to say. I feel like I was just a freshman. I'm finally delving into some of my major classes. I'm really pumped to be taking some more classes that I'm really excited about. That'll be awesome, and I'm moving into my own apartment finally. I am free of the dorms. Catherine asked, would you ever move to New York after college? And I definitely would move to New York after college. I love New York City, obviously. I would definitely move here if everything fell into place correctly. I wouldn't force it after graduation. I'm not like determined to come here when I graduate, but if the right opportunity were to present itself, I would definitely consider moving here. Ellie asks, dream entry-level job. People usually ask in goal, but I'd love to know post-grad. I was actually just at like an intern queen party, like a thing for interns, and they had a panel. One of the panelists said, and this like really has stuck with me, that like you shouldn't have a dream job. Like your dream job may not even exist yet, which is so true for me, especially in like the digital media space. I really try to like not set myself on a certain dream job, but I do have a lot of interests, and I would love if those could kind of overlap with my job. We'll see, I'm not totally sure, but figuring it out. Julia Marie asks, so do you want to intern in any other cities? I'd definitely be interested in interning in other cities. This is just what worked out for me this summer, and I love New York, so I obviously couldn't say no. I'm definitely an East Coast girl, so I'd want to stick to maybe like Atlanta, Nashville, DC, or of course New York. I love New York. I don't know. I'd be open to like almost anything on the East Coast. I might take classes next summer. I might study abroad again. I might do an internship. I don't know yet. We'll see. I'm figuring it out as we go. Pivstagram asks, where did you live while working there? So I'm actually still living here right now. I'm filming this my last few days here in New York. I have a dorm tour, move-in vlog, all that stuff. If you've missed that, I would love for you to watch those. But I've been living at NYU Summer Housing this summer, which has just been perfect. Like I seriously have no complaints about it. NYU Summer Housing is seriously so easy and convenient. If you're gonna be living in New York for the summer, then I would definitely recommend. It's just been amazing. There's like a laundry room on my floor. There's a gym in my building. The security is top notch. I'm in like a prime location in Manhattan. I can walk to work. Like it's just been great. So I would definitely recommend. And a lot of times internships are gonna be more likely to offer you the position if they know that you're gonna, if you already have housing. I definitely have loved living here. It's fun too because there's so many like interns in my building. It's a great way to like meet people and make friends if you're coming by yourself too. So Jenny asks, is your internship paid? So that's a great question. It actually is not paid, but I have earned school credit through my internship this summer. Kat asks, what advice do you have for someone applying for internships with no experience? My advice for you, Kat, would be that you definitely don't have no experience. You have your schooling, you have your extracurricular activities, anything you're involved in is experience and it has taught you something, what you've learned from things you've done outside of class. So for me, I was able to speak to my YouTube channel and how that's a passion for me and how it's taught me so many skills and what I've learned from it. And so I think just like having your own passion projects really shows your interests as well. So if you're interested in business, like start your own business, or if you're interested in writing and journalism, start your own blog or freelance. You have to kind of just go out there and create your own experiences, especially when you're younger and you haven't had those experiences, so you can speak to that you've been kind of a self-starter, an entrepreneur, and gotten your foot in the door in your own way. So that would be my biggest piece of advice. Marie asks, how many internships did you apply to before you got this one and how long did that take you? So I started applying for internships, I think the first week of January. I started cold emailing a ton of people, applying to a bunch on LinkedIn and Indeed and a ton of websites, and I didn't get this internship until probably the middle of February. So it took me about 6 weeks to find this and lock it down and everything like that. I didn't apply to a ton of formal internships. I really was contacting a lot of different companies about like creating my own experience, like I've mentioned throughout this video. So different brands and companies that I would love to work for. I spent a lot of time reaching out to them and having calls with them and talking to them about what I was looking for the summer. And I probably applied to maybe like 20 to 40, somewhere in there, formal internships, which honestly isn't even that many, especially for a big city. So you really have to be persistent with it and go for it, follow up with people, all that stuff. Allison asks, how many months was the internship for? So it was for 2 months or 8 weeks, which is like a standard summer internship. I was in Germany in May studying abroad, and then I was in New York for June and July for my 8-week internship. Grace asked, is it cheap to live in New York City because when I'm older, I want to move there? No, it's not cheap to live in New York City. It's one of the most expensive places to live. Not to like be too frank with you, but it's definitely an expensive place to live. Cost of living is definitely high, so you have to budget out really well. It's AZ Rib asked, how did you find a place to live? So the best place to live, I would say for the summer, interning would definitely be Nyu Summer Housing, where I live this summer. You just apply online. It's just like the easiest, most convenient place to be, especially if you're in college or interning or anything like that. Another question I got was, what were my like day-to-day responsibilities like? So the main things that the creative digital team does is put on events for our clients and contract influencers to work with our clients. So the main things that I would do for the brands and companies that we would represent our clients was building out influencer lists for certain product launches or events. Another thing that I would do a lot of was media monitoring, so going through people that we had partnered with, different influencers, and seeing if they had posted about certain products we'd sent them and stuff like that. Also, if they had posted, then you track that, so you would add it to like a document so that we would later send that to the client, marking that like this influencer posted and this is how many views it got and how many likes it got, all that stuff. So that's kind of like what I did. I also went to like creative brainstorms for events for clients. I have a lot of videos from this summer if you want to learn more kind of about what I was doing. I have a day in my life video, stuff like that. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope that it was helpful to you guys, or that you enjoyed it, or just like enjoyed getting to know more about my summer / what I did. If you want to see any videos from me about internships or finding them or cover letters, resumes, any of that stuff, just let me know in a comment below and I'd be happy to do that. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!